Let's hit all the points you need to know about before you buy this kit that comes with the gig bag and some lessons, information, a bunch of accessories, and its own little amp. We talked about these in more detail in a different video. Now we're just talking about the guitar. Here it is. It's an S-Type. Does it resemble a Fender Stratocaster? We know Fender doesn't like other people using their body shape, but it's been in the public domain for decades, many decades. So they're absolutely to sell that here, at least in the US market. Starting at the bottom, we have a strap button, a nice glossy black paint. You see the little comfort carve here, and you can see me. Hey, how you doing? It is so glossy and a nice finish that you can see me very well. That's sloped off because your arm's going to sit there when you're playing. The 6-point tremolo bridge with solid steel saddles. I've adjusted them down. The action was pretty high. The saddles were pretty high. I lowered them quite a bit. I got a reasonably low action in that process. The output jack, I have my FlatSense wireless transmitter plugged in there. The other half is sitting here on the GA10 amplifier that comes with it. It has a volume and 2 tones. These, I've tested them. They work. The 5-way switch, everything works there. Typical Stratocaster layout with the 6-point trem, the knobs, the switch, and 3 single coil pickups. A little better than you might typically expect to find on a budget beginner guitar is a 3-ply pick guard. That is a white, black, white instead of just a solid white like you might typically find. Up here is the other strap button. Let's see if we covered everything on the front. I think we covered everything there. Here we can see the white side dots on the HPL. I think it's an HPL, high pressure laminate fretboard. I actually really like those. White dots on the front, steel frets. I have run my little sanding sponge up and down the side to take any little sharp edges off. I actually did not have to use the truss rod adjuster. It comes with the little Allen wrenches to do your adjustment here and down there. I did lower the saddles. I did not use the one up here to adjust the truss rod because I didn't need to. I like the high pressure laminate fretboard because I find them to be a little bit more durable than like a normal rosewood. It's a plastic nut, and I did have to run a fret file ever so slightly in here to keep it from making that sitar sound. Super, super, super easy to fix. Move the string out of the way, 1, 2 little quick passes, and it was fine. Let's see, 2 string trees. Very important. If you restring your guitar and you don't put it through here, you're going to get that sitar sound out of that as well. 6 tuners, a headstock that resembles a little bit Fender-ish, but not enough to get them in copyright trouble. There's my little clip-on tuner, rechargeable tuner. I really like that. So let's look at the back. The 6 sealed unbranded tuners. I did come in and tighten each of these screws up just a little. Some of them I over-tightened, had to loosen them, but it really made them feel a whole lot better. They had a little slack in them out of the box. Tightening the little screws in the end here made a difference. And by the way, up here, the nuts that hold the tuners on, I tightened those a little bit as well. Just typical when you get a new guitar, it's been through shipping, things come a little bit loose. It's not a bad idea to make sure it's all snugged down properly. The neck feels almost like, I don't know if it's been coated with a satin finish, a light satin finish, or if it's uncoated. I really can't tell. If you like to feel a tiny bit of texture on the neck, you're going to love this. If you like a slick neck, you may want to take some sandpaper and just very lightly just smooth it out just a little bit. I like the way this rounded C shape feels, and it's not overly thick. It feels like a typical Strat neck to me. This is the reinforcement plate that the 4 screws go through. They go through the body and into the neck to hold them together. They're screws, but for some reason we call this a bolt-on neck, even though they're screws and not bolt. These are also screws, 6 of them that hold this plate on. If you need to adjust the tension of the tremolo, you take this plate off and there's 2 screws here that you adjust that tension on. If you're just changing strings, these holes let you pass your old strings out and new strings in through here, but I still find it's easier to just take those 6 screws out, move the plate out of the way so you can see in there very well. There's your strap button again, and then we have the contour carve, or the fat boy cut, whatever you call it. This is the belly carve on the back. So overall, nice, glossy, standard configuration Stratocaster that comes with everything you need to get started playing. I think we may have a winner here, but understand, like just about every guitar, especially cheap guitars, it is likely going to benefit from some setup work before you start playing it. Oh yeah. Please subscribe and check out our Guitar Deals group on Facebook. The link's in the bio.